Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept your winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass.
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 7 in season number 7 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series. We are here at the Nazereth Speedway in Nazereth, Pennsylvania, for the running of the Pennzoil 150, the first time we have come to the Nazereth Super Speedway since 2015 on Napa Fan. As a matter of fact, I think it's only the second time that we've ever run a race on this very track on Napa Fan, and that race was in the Turkey Hill Series, season number 1, all the way back in 2015. If you go back and watch that race, it was a crap show. You're not going to see that tonight. You're going to see a pretty good race here, and we got ourselves a very interesting situation in the point standings, as Stacy Stickler still comes in the points leader, 169 points towards the championship, but Christopher Alphabee into the number 22 starts on the outside pole, so this race is only 4 points behind, and we got Pocono next weekend, and that's going to be a short race, so Alphabee could have a very good shot at heading into that Pocono event, the points. Not only that, got an interesting situation on the pole, only his second start of the season. My dad, Chase Buck, leading us to the green flag here for this one in the number 35. And it should be interesting to see if Buck can get his first career Napa Fan win as a driver. He's won races as an owner this year. Let's see if he gets one as a driver here on this Friday night from Nazareth. But as I mentioned, the point standing, Stacy Stickler, 169 points towards the championship. Alphabee, 4 points behind. You got Joe Rutkowski, 20 points behind. Eric Monaco, 21 points behind. And Trey Bartow, 23 points behind here in this shortened the season. We'll just say the pandemic's the reason why the season is shortened. Only 7 races left to go in the season, including this race here tonight. So, you gotta get your points quicker, otherwise it's not gonna be for anything once we get to the finale at Rockingham on Thanksgiving weekend. But either way, we're ready to get this one started here from the Nazareth Speedway. And like I mentioned, Chase Buck on the pole position in the number 35. We're gonna do random draws throughout the rest of the season, probably with the exception of the finale. Probably do qualifying for the finale, of course, but the rest of the season will be run with random draw. Chase Buck to the inside of Christopher Alphabee on row number 1. You got Braden Perez on the inside of his teammate Owen Miles there in NS Racing. Edgar Barreto, great opportunity for him. He won in Iowa in the Turkey Hill Series earlier this year, and this place may have a few similarities to Iowa. This place is actually a lot more flat than Iowa, so we'll have to see if that plays in Barreto's favor. Joe Rutkowski, Pennsylvania native, pretty close track for him here, and obviously we got a Pocono next weekend, so he's really around his home area there in that number 10 machine. Then we got Fisher G, our defending champion, to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater has done well at these mile-long race races before. Actually won at Gateway. It's a 1.25 mile track, but very similar in style here to Nazareth in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series earlier this year. Then you got Ashland boy Trey Smith rounding out the top 10 starting positions. Everybody's rolling off here from Nazareth, and they're going to be led by Chase Buck at the line that gets this one going. The Pennzoil 150 from Nazareth is underway. We're racing in Pennsylvania. And Alphabee tried to hang on to that outside lane through turns 2 and 3. But through 4 and 5, Chase Buck had the full advantage, and he is going to lead lap number 1 here at Nazareth. I mentioned turns 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. At least I think that's how it is. Because that first kink right there is classified as turn number 1. So we're just going to do it like that. for the rest of the night. Braden Perez up here. Great run for Perez in the 97. Yeah, Christopher Alpi, though, holding on to that second position, and that is huge towards the championship. We'll show you where Stacy Stickler is in the field. She did not get a good run at Atlanta last week, and here she is being put in a 3-wide situation as Lewis Ankala peeks to the inside of Stickler and Bartow in a home state race for Bartow there in the 82, but not a good run for him right now in that Nickelodeon machine. And in the wall! He gets in the Stickler in our first caution of the night here at Nazereth. Oh, brother. And that 3-wide situation did not work out well for either Stickler or Bartow. Two of our championship contenders. Bartow coming in 5th in the points, 23 behind. But this is going to open the door wide open for all these guys behind Stickler in the points, as I would imagine she is going to be done for the night here at Nazereth. One more thing I would like to mention. We will have a cycle of pit stops in this race. I think the fuel run is about 25 laps. So with this caution, we'll definitely be able to make it on one stop until the end of the race. But that's a sad one right there for Stickler. It's been a tough couple of races for her here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, season number 7, her rookie campaign. And just got a little bit worse right there in the number 91 machine. But don't know if you can really put the blame on Bartow for that one. We're just going to have to see how that all plays out. Nobody came down the pit lane that time around. Chase Buck has led every lap so far here in the Pennzoil 150. And you might be wondering, if you're doing the math, I don't know how many of you do, 45 laps is not 20%, or should I say 25% of 150. This is one of the WKC tracks, which means I can't do a thing to it. And normally I would not be using this track because I don't like the fact that I can't do a thing to it. Nazereth was on the schedule initially when me and Matt were going to split the season up, and when Matt, had to bail out, I wanted to keep at least a couple of these new tracks that, he proposed on the schedule, Nazereth being one of them. And, this is one I'm stuck with. Either this or a real crappy old version of this track that you guys saw 5 years ago on this channel. So we don't want that. So I'm stuck at either doing 34 laps or 45 laps. I felt like 34 was just a little too short. We had a short race last week. Kind of want to give you guys a little bit more content this week because I'm barely doing anything with this right now. So yeah, that's why we're kind of stuck at 45. And like I said, the only reason why I'm using this track is because it is the best version of Nazereth out there. That's why we're under the lights. And I wanted to have Nazereth on the schedule since Matt did help me paint a lot of these trucks and did that one race for us for Watkins Glen. But just with everything going on, it's really tough for him to do 2 series at once. And, with me not doing anything, I figured, let me go ahead and take it up. Shorten the season up, obviously, just, because I didn't want to overdo myself. I'm at a point right now where I'm actually enjoying not doing any races for the most part. Obviously, I got to do these, but that's how it works. But either way, go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night. Trey, Bartow, Stacy Stickler getting into it in turn number 4 here at the Nazereth Speedway. Let's see how it all went down here on lap number 3. And we're going to see right here, we already saw Zankala had that advantage on the inside, and Bartow, I got to put the blame on Bartow for this one. He cut down right on Stickler and into the outside wall hard with the 91 machine. And unfortunately for Stickler, she's going to be out of the race after that hit right there from our Daytona winner, Trey Bartow. It's a tough break for those guys there in turn number 4. But to get that 3-wide situation, it's a narrow racetrack. Not much room to go here at Nazereth Speedway. And unfortunately, we saw the effects of that one right there. Replay this in real time, and Bartow just cut in the Stickler. Yeah, it's pretty clear cut right there. That was not Stickler's fault, but Stickler's going to get the worst effect of that. She is going to more than likely lose the point seed at the end of the day, as Alphabet there still in the battle for the race victory with Chase Buck. It's going to be a close one between those guys throughout this race, I think. Should be a fun one till the finish here in the Pennzoil 150. Let's go ahead and get to the restart. Chase Buck, your race leader. See what happens here at the Nazereth Speedway in Pennsylvania. We are back here at the Nazereth Speedway here on a Friday night in October from the great state of Pennsylvania. Chase Buck has led every lap so far in the number 35 for Go Neum Racing. Derek Campbell's team will get another owner win on NAPA-FAN to be his 25th owner win, I think, if he were to get it done here tonight. Christopher Alpi right there in the number 22. Braden Perez in the 97. Agar Barreto in the 54. Trey Smith in the 1 with Fisher G. Zachary Fitzwater. How about Colton Yo who won those back-to-back races. Stuart Credden, hope you're doing well, mate. They're inside the top 10 with Owen Miles, rounding out the top 10 for NS Racing. Get back to racing on lap 8 of 45, and Chase Buck with the jump on the restart. Here comes the 97, looking to the inside of Alpha B for the second position. And Perez is not going to take the advantage quite yet. Barretto might get an advantage on Perez right there, and defending champion Fisher G, who has not had much to really look up to this season in the number 25 machine. Been a bit of a tough season for him right there. He is looking to get the inside of Trey Smith. 4 and 5 is the place to make a pass. If you get on that inside through 4 and 5, you got the advantage. And Barretto's going to do that on Braden Perez right there. How about Grattan back in there on Colton? Yeah, this is going to be one of those places where it's going to be difficult to work your way through the field. So, more than likely, our race winner's going to come inside this top 10 here tonight. It'll definitely be interesting to see which one of these top 10 drivers gets it done here tonight in the Pennzoil 150. It could be Chase Buck in only a second start of the season here in the number 35. Of course, the unfortunate thing for Buck is he doesn't really come in with all those points like everybody else, so currently sits 38th in points right now, but a win could actually propel him past Stuart Grattan, possibly. But Grattan's having a good day. Logan Williams, also driver not doing too well on the points. Same with Jesse Turner. Both Turner and Grattan, a couple long-time veterans, not having the best of seasons. Turner right there midway through the field in 14th right now. And Logan Williams in the number 38 machine, currently in the 22nd position right there. So you see Logan Williams there for American Motorsports. This scheme will actually be run in the NOFSRL Cup Series next season. Mission Barbecue signing on to that team for next year. I'm still trying to figure out everything for next season in the Cup Series. I really have not had a good amount of time to work on that lately because I've been working a lot, and obviously I'm in school still, so, you know, it's not much time to do this, which is why I said I enjoy when I'm doing these races, to the extent that I don't have to, like, worry about getting them out as much. I don't have as much to do in terms of editing and all that stuff. I'm just throwing these together because I have an obligation. You know, if it really were my decision at this point and I just didn't care, I don't think I'd be going through with this. But hey, I know you all signed up for this. We painted the trucks and all that. I might as well go through it and give you guys something with all this. But I mean, I don't know what next fall is going to look like for the Turkey Hill Truck Series. I've said like 2 or 3 times with this series it'll be the last season. So, you know, I'm not going to say that again, but we're just going to have to see how it all shakes out for 2021. We got to get through NOFSRL Cup Series and Turkey Hill National first, and even Haas IndyCar, too. That'll also be going on as well. And I also heard Indy Lights might be coming back, but I'm not going to be doing it. So keep your eyes open in the Discord. If you want a link, just let me know. And given that you're not someone who I've already banned because we've had issues, I'll let you in, I should say. And you can check out all the news going on for my stuff for 2021 over there. Chase Buck continuing to lead this field. He's led every lap so far, but Alpha B is not letting up in this number 22 machine. And we're just going to have to see if Alpha B can find a way to the back bumper of the 35 and get an advantage here. Now, because, you know, originally this race is supposed to be 38 laps long, and I couldn't do that, so it's a little bit longer than what it was initially intended, and because of that, things get a little interesting. You know, it could drag out a little bit at the end of the race, but it's a long race because of that, and it's going to be interesting to see how these guys play it all through, considering that there's not much time, or should I say there is a little bit more time than normal in this event than what there would have been initially. There's Brandon Nelson on Joe Rutkowski there. That is for the 10th position, and Nelson had the advantage at the line. And it looks like he's going to move up into the 9th position. That Team Andrews Racing has done a great job so far. Obviously, they've gotten 2 wins with Colton Yeo already. We'll have to see if they get any more throughout the season here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Braden Perez right on the back bumper now of Christopher Altheby. Perez got back around Igor Barretto, apparently. Never really noticed that, but Perez doing a great job here tonight in this NS Racing machine. Got a move right here. Trey Smith looking on Christopher Altheby. He's going to dive down in turn 4 and, like it's nobody's business, take that position right away from him. Trey Smith, obviously a strong driver, won the Turkey Hill Series Championship earlier this year, so we know he's definitely a force to be reckoned with here in any Napa Fan Series at this point, and especially considering he's going to be moving up to NOFSRL Cup next year and driving for Full Frontal Motorsports and the 92 team. That will definitely be interesting And we're definitely intrigued to see how that all goes down in next season. Barretto going to make a move on Braden Perez for third, and that 54 looks like he has the stronger car. Alpha B in the 22 machine. Looks like he's going to possibly move his way down to the inside of the 35 of Chase Buck right here. He's got a good run here coming off of turn number 3. This is going to be interesting to see if he can get this run on the 35 machine for the top position. All these guys are right on each other, but none of them have been able to get around Chase Buck. This reminds me a lot of how the new Phoenix track is. And it's looking like Phoenix is not going to come back in the Cup Series next year. Alvey on the rumble strips through turn 1. He's trying to find every advantage he can on this 35 machine. Just can't quite get there. And Barretto is coming. How about Trey Smith? Trey Smith's also coming. He drove up to the back bumper of Braden Perez. And we're going to have to see if Smith can get a run on this 97 machine. Not going to be able to do it quite yet. They're all on each other right here. Barretto might get a run here on the 22. Thankfully, these guys are right in the same frame, so we can kind of focus on both these battles at the same time. These guys are going to be coming down the pit lane here soon as well. We're going to have to see which driver gets the advantage in terms of pit strategy. Alfie really had to check up on that inside lane, and Trey Smith's looking again to do a dive bomb. He's got it on Perez for 4th. That is where you make the pass. Very unique place right there, entering turn number 4. But he got that pass made. Fitzy now on Fisher G. Zachary Fitzwater looking to make his move on the 9 machine. Not going to be able to get that one. Colton Yo to his outside here. You can get the outside lane to work there through turns 2 and 3. Not going to be able to do it right there. Alpha B trying to get this run on the 35 machine. Can't quite do it. Trey Smith, though, is a force to be reckoned with right here. Natring Racing, their 3rd season in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Nathan Faden, the owner of this team. They've done a great job in terms of, having great drivers on this organization. They won the championship in season number... got that confused a little bit. They've had 2 Turkey Hills. Actually, let me rephrase that. I just now remembered this. Every single driver they've had on this car, this is their main car, obviously they added the 0 this year, but they had Kukalon run for this team right after he won the Turkey Hill Series Championship. Trey Barcho drove for this team last year. He won the Turkey Hill Series Championship in Season 3. And now, of course, Trey Smith won the Turkey Hill Series Championship this year, and he's driving for the team once again. Natring Racing has, except for Scott Upton, but he's in the 2nd car. For their main car, they have always had a Turkey Hill Series champion. So they know how to hire good drivers. And Trey Smith doing a great job now up to 3rd as he gets around Barretto. Barretto going to fall back a little bit right here as Perez also has a run on him. And Fisher G right here in the number 25. Going to look to the inside of the 54 machine of Igor Barretto as well. If he can get that run in the turn number 4, he will definitely have the advantage and take that position away. Great run for Fisher G here tonight at Nazereth. Definitely looking forward to see what he can do later on in the race. As for the rest of the field, it's a bit spread out and single file. All the good racing is at the top of the board, and right there is the pass for the race lead. Christopher Alphaby looking on Chase Buck, but don't look now. Here is Trey Smith in the number 1. Alphaby trying to hold that inside lane through 2 and 3. And as long as he has the inside entering turn number 4, he's not going to do it, because they are coming down the pit lane. Braden Perez going to stay out right here. He will lead a lap in the 97. Bonus point towards the championship for him. But we're going to focus here on Chase Buck, Christopher Alphaby, and Trey Smith. Scott Upton, last week's winner, going to get into Alphaby on the pit lane. I don't know if that's going to affect the 22 at all, but that is not at all what Alphaby needed in this fight against Chase Buck here at Nazareth. Going to be interesting to see how this all plays out on the pit lane here. With Chase Buck in the number 35. Imagine these guys will be taking tires. When you get a flat track like this, you need that grip. And these guys are definitely going to be fighting hard on this pit lane to get those positions. Chase Buck going 4 tires. It looks like Alphaby just a little bit slower there, but he did get in his pit stall behind Chase Buck. And Buck's going to get off the pit lane well ahead of the field. Trey Smith going to lose a lot of ground, and contact made there with Igor Barretto. And that's going to hurt Trey Smith just a little bit right there in the number 1 machine. Barretto, not a good move getting out of the pit lane when he did, but that's the way it's going to be. And Chase Buck is out of here in the number 35. Alfie had his shot. If he was ahead of Chase Buck before the cycle began, he would have had the opportunity to possibly take this win away. Not going to be the case. More contact on the pit lane, and Kukulon almost going around. Here's Braden Perez in the 97 and Brandon Nelson right behind him. We'll have to see if they get out ahead of Alpha B right here. It's going to be tight. They're going to have the inside on Alpha B in turn number 4. But Alpha B will clear him on the outside lane. And there's a race leader, Chase Buck, out ahead as they cross the line this time by. Got ourselves a gap of 1.6 seconds. And if Alfie was able to make that pass before the cycle began, we could be talking about a much smaller gap or even Alpha B leading this race. But because he was unable to make the pass before the cycle began, Chase Buck might easily run away with this thing here in Nazereth. How about Brandon Nelson right there? Great run off the pit lane for him. He's up to 4th now. Trey Smith fell back to 6th. We thought he was going to have a good shot at winning this race. He was right up there with those leaders. Chase Buck pulling away now in the 35 machine there for Go Neum Racing. It fits you there in 8th. Colton Yo in 9th. Joe Rutkowski in 10th. Either way, Christopher Alfie going to have a great, as long as he doesn't have to come down the pit lane again and ends up wrecking out in this race, he is going to roll into Pocono next weekend, the points leader here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Great job for that team, giving Alfie a strong truck here tonight. Chase Buck will have to maneuver around lap traffic. Alexander Rowe in the 77. Not your standard lap traffic right there. He's definitely a solid guy. Actually won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race at Phoenix earlier this year, which is a semi-similar racetrack to this one. Would like to mention there, Andrew Williams with another problem. Was it Logan Williams who had the problem last weekend? Pretty sure it was. Williams brothers have not had a good run so far in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. I'll just say that much. Well, Andrew has. He's actually up to 8th in points coming into this race, so that's actually going to hurt him in the championship there. Logan hasn't had as good of a run, though, in the 38 machine, I don't think. He's actually down to 34th. But Andrew's actually had a good season, and that right there is going to hurt him there. He came in 8th in points, and I don't think he's going to be that far up. Zachary Fitzpatrick, definitely a great candidate to surpass him. Same with Colton Yo, as they both run top 10 right now, and they came into this race 10th and 11th in points, respectively. Stickler out of the race, going to finish last here tonight at Nazereth, which pretty much means Alpha B, given that he doesn't wreck out, is going to take the points lead. Rutkowski's going to probably move up to 2nd in points, as he's running top 10 right now. And then you got yourself Trey Bartow, who's also had a tough run. Eric Monaco in the 79, kind of midway through the field right there. It'll be interesting to see where Monaco falls in play. He could surpass Stickler in the points, but he'll be right there with Stickler. He's going to lose some ground to Rutkowski and Alfie. He's had a pretty mediocre run here. Bartow definitely was involved in an accident, as we saw earlier on in the race, and he's a lap down at this point in the number 82. So any chance he has at a good run here tonight, not going to be good. Igor Barreto, another candidate right there. He's running in 7th. He comes into this race, 7th in points. So good opportunity for Barreto to have an opportunity at moving inside the top 5 in points. And he's had a great run at Atlanta last week, moving up 6 positions in the point standings. And with this run here tonight, going to have a good shot at moving into the top 5. Chase Buck, he's 38th in points coming into this race. Dead last on the point standings. Won't be dead last at the end of the night. He'll more than likely surpass... He'll definitely surpass McCain, who was a burner account, and Mason Brown, who replaced McCain, possibly. I don't know where Brown is running in that 45 machine. Yeah, since Brown joined that team, hasn't been the best of runs for him there in 16th right now. Yeah, Chase Buck probably got a 37th in points, but in only a second start, looking to get a race victory, and looking pretty good right there for the driver of the number 35 here at Nazereth. And there was definitely that opportunity for Christopher Alphabet to take that lead away, but once he had that contact on the pit lane, that actually slowed him down coming into his pit stall. I think that might have been the bigger factor. It really wasn't the damage, it was the fact that he got slowed down coming in, lost all that time, and now he sits to seconds behind the 35 Chase Buck in this race, and he's under 5 for Braden Perez. But in terms of the championship, Alphabet should still be happy with what he's got. And at this point, I wouldn't race it too hard with Perez, risk getting knocked out of this race and losing all those points that I've gained. That would give me the points lead heading into Pocono next weekend. So we'll have to see if Alphabet can, in fact, hold on to that. Got Perez there in third. Great run for Brandon Nelson. Had a great run last week. Actually led the most laps last week at Atlanta. But I think he fell back just a little bit in that event. He still moved up 9 positions in the points. He fell back just a little bit, and I mean by a little bit. So he got a lot of points last week. Looking to get a lot of points this week as well. Great run for our defending champion Fisher G as well. It's not been a good season for Fisher. He actually lost a ton of ground at his home racetrack last week. 25th in points. He lost 7 in that event. Trey Smith there, one of those guys kind of midway through. It's been a bit of a rough start to the season for Trey Smith. This is going to be his first top 10 of the season, and outside of a few guys in the back of the field, he would be the last one. Obviously, Alexander Rowe, Keegan Thompson, Isaac Nichols, Jesse Turner, those drivers have yet to get top 10s this season. But Trey Smith came into this race, the highest guy in points without a top 10 in 23rd, so we'll have to see how this top 10 propels him in the rest of the season. Obviously, we know he's a solid driver. Won that Turkey Hill Series championship earlier this year. Definitely watch out for him as the season rolls along here in trucks. Zachary Fitzwater came in 10th in points. He'll move up considerable amount. Could possibly move himself top 5 if he keeps this run. Same goes for Igor Barreto. And same could also go for Colton Yeo, depending on how things fall, because he's going to definitely surpass Andrew Williams and Ethan Lewis. Ethan Lewis had an issue earlier on in this race, and he's fallen back by quite a bit. And obviously Joe Rakowski, he's going to be second in the points once this whole thing's said and done. But there's Audra Baranowski, straight running for our Watkins Glen winner. It's only unless she gets around Rakowski here, it's not going to be a top 10 for her, but her only top 10 was that Watkins Glen race victory that she got on the Velocity Racing Network. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out. But in the meantime, Chase Buck actually losing a little bit of ground right now to Christopher Appleby, but he's got no one around him. No reason to run hard at this point. 4 laps to go and actually pulled away there from Appleby that time around. So Chase Buck in the number 35, looking to get his first career Napa fan win, I think. I don't know. I've done 1,000 of these things. Kind of hard to keep track of all of them. I've had over like 250 winners. Maybe, I think it might be like 220 some. I don't know. I got to go back on the spreadsheet and see. I haven't updated it since the Charlotte race. So we got Keegan in there. We got Scott Upton. Now Upton's a first-time winner, and looks like Chase Buck's going to be a first-time winner here tonight as well. As next time around, it'll be 2 laps to go here in the Pennzoil 150 from Nazereth. And Baranowskis is more than likely going to get a top 10 run here tonight, as she's gotten around Joe Rakowski. So that'll be her second top 10 of the season. Her first, like I mentioned. Oh, Eli Bright down the pit lane. He's got an issue. Tough break there for Bright. And Chase Buck in the number 35 next time by. Going to take the white flag here in the Pennzoil 150 at Nazereth. 1 to go for the Go Neum Racing driver. Derek Hamill about to get his 25th career owner victory on that fin, and that's a pretty big deal. You know, sure, as an owner, you have a lot more drivers that you can, you know, get to, and you can rack those wins up a lot easier, but no driver, the most a driver's ever gotten is 21 wins. But keep in mind, we've only had owners on NAPAFAM since 2017, and it originally just started out with the Chick-fil-A Cup Series only, so hasn't been much time for them to get wins, but Derek Hamill's got another one. Chase Buck wins the Pennzoil 150 at Nazereth. Alphabe's going to be your new points leader. And Braden Perez, Brandon Nelson, and Fisher G round out the top 10. Got the pole position and pretty much led the entire race outside a couple laps there by Perez. Chase Buck gets it done in the 35 machine for his first career Napa fan win. As a driver, he's gotten to win as an owner before. He'll be an owner in the Cup Series next year. Now he's got a victory as a driver there in the number 35. Take a look at the official standings of the race right there, and good run there for Chase Buck, Christopher Alfie, Braden Perez, Brandon Nelson, Fisher G, Trey Smith, Zachary Fitzwater, Igor Brito, Colton Yu, and Alger Baranowskis, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. Bartow finished deep in the field again. Another bad run for Bartow. Obviously, we saw what happened to her points here. Stacey Stickler got caught up in that accident, and she's going to fall back in the points after that one, and no doubt Alphabet is going to be in your points leader heading into Pocono next Saturday afternoon sometime. Pocono Mountains 150, only 15 laps there at Pocono. Going to be a short race there, but it'll be a fun one for the 8th race of the season here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. And definitely looking forward to see how that race plays out there here in this championship. Only 6 races left to go in the season. Who's going to get it all done? Alpha be a good contender. How about Fitzy and Rutkowski throwing their hand to the ring? Eric Monaco, you know, he's already won a championship this season. We'll have to see if he gets another one. It'll be interesting to see how it all goes down. But they're all chasing Christopher Alfie right now here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here are the point standings for the Turkey Hill Truck Series after 7 races. And I will see you guys later.